Right, well I thought we'd look at some mounts today, and there's quite a few of them. I don't have a lot of them. I've never been big on collecting mounts and things, but here you have the mounts. Now, a question that comes up a lot is, should I spend on a mount, or am I able to get one? Should I wait for one? Personally, I would wait. There's many ways you can get mounts. Don't have to buy one. I mean, if you've got money coming out your ears, go ahead, buy one. But to be honest, I would wait for a mount. Now, what normally tends to happen is when I started, you get a temporary license for this one, or this one I think had a temporary license. This is actually broken, needs repairing, but this keeps breaking, so it's very expensive to repair them, so use it till it breaks, basically. Yeah, so I wouldn't buy one. I didn't have a mount for a very long time, but there are ways that you can get them. One of those ways is actually what's happening right at this very moment, is the event. Now I've actually got that one, which is the flower. Now this thing will actually fly over distances as well, so you can actually, sort of on the islands in the sky kind of thing, you can jump from one to another with this. It hovers. So when I say hovers, it glides. So you can jump with it and get quite a distance with it. And you'll see that when you go on it like that, it tells you your, I wouldn't worry about the health too much, but the regeneration, movement speed, all that sort of stuff. And you'll see like, yeah, that's 185% speed, 2.0, and you get other ones which are, say, like this, which have 210 speed. As far as speed, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I mean, it'll get you from A to B, all of them. It's not like, I mean, if you come across enemies, you'll get thrown off your mount anyway in most cases. But what they're useful for is actually if you're in a group fighting and you get killed, to get back to the group, if they survive it, if it's quite a long way, you can get back to them pretty quick. Or if you're on a timer, sometimes when you do flagship, there's a timer running, and if you die, you'll end up right back, and the team has to keep moving. You've got to catch up with them, so that's when the mounts are quite useful. Or if you just like collecting mounts. But anyway, we'll go through them. So you've got horn skews. These things are pretty slow. Look, it says 160, so they're not that slow, but they feel a little slow. And you've got various different ones. Go through them all. Just got different. So you've got a furry one there, another one there. Then you come on to snow gals, and the snow gals are basically these things. Now these, obviously things change. This is only correct at obviously the time I've recorded this, but these things you can get from the Christmas event. One of them anyway. You can get, I think, not sure if you buy that one or, yeah, I'm not too certain how you get that one, but that one definitely came. I got that one from an event. Just jump on it. There you go. It's not excessively fast, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Gets you about. So like I say, you can pick that one up from a Christmas event. Basically when you, I'll show you the event now, it's easier. This is the Valentine's one, I think, still running. Let me just check. Not that. If you collect, I haven't got any here, but normally you get these little things that you open up when you do missions. These enemies will pop up, you kill them, it leaves a little globe thing with a heart on it, and you'll get these things, rose quartz. So basically you collect these up, and like I say, you go into missions, you'll get them. And if you go to the park for the Valentine's one, you do a couple of missions in the park, you get around 900 I think for those two little missions. Doesn't take that long. And then in game you'll collect these as well while the event's running. Once you've got those, then you can go to the shop here, and if you go on events up here, that takes you to the current event, which is the Valentine's thing. And as you can see here, I mean, we have these items. You can buy all these items with these. This is how much it costs. Now, I haven't bothered with rose petals. I don't see any point in them. Wings I've actually got. They look exactly the same. They just got a different name. And this is what I actually picked up on this event. I picked these two things up, the costume and this. I think this was, what was it now? Was it 12,000? Something like that. It might have been 15, but it's not actually that hard to get to it. It just takes a little bit of work, but you can get to it. I mean, I've got that, and that was 7,000. So I've done 20 odd thousand of these crystals in this event, and I haven't really bothered more than that. So it's like I say, it's not difficult. And yeah, no, it's 15. There you go. So it's 15,000 for that flower, and that's got your amount from that event. And the Christmas one is the same, so you can get from those kind of events. Now, go back to this. So that's the other gal. And like I said, I don't know how you get all of these. They come in various ways. Well, I can't remember all the ways. I think one of these things you can buy in the shop. In fact, let's go to the shop quickly. Go to the shop. You can actually buy mounts if you want to buy mounts. Transport. So these are the ones you can buy with, I've forgotten the name now, Argents, that's it. So you can buy, I won't preview it, I have to go on the mount section as well. You can get a mower, which is like a big chicken, or like an ostrich thing. Hoverboards, gliders, grav cycle, and that's the horn skew. I wouldn't bother with that horn skew, to be honest, because it costs that each time to repair it. So, and there's a flower there as well, a different one. And you'll see energy crystal. Now, if you remember that, and I'll explain that in a minute. Right, we'll go back to here. So, like I say, you can buy some, but I personally would wait. Like I say, unless you've got tons of Argents that you want to get rid of. That's a mower, like a giant turkey, chicken, ostrich thing. Another one there. Another one there. When I actually started this, they only had like a little box like that of them. We got loads now. Little raptory kind of thing. What's it called? Mower saw. So it's the same as that, I suppose. You got the plant things that you'll see we fight. Plant thing, and the coolest one I reckon. It's got to be that one. It's a toe beat. Yeah, that is cool. Now these came out. I can't remember how you got these. There was some way you could. It was buying them or some event. I don't know, but I hadn't played that long when these came out. I don't think, and so I never got one because I wasn't strong enough to get to it. This one we actually have. Just dismount that. So that's the one you've probably seen us run around on. This is cool actually, this one. Now this one, you actually get this one, I believe you still do, when you do the Oceanad's avatar and you beat the avatar, that's what you get. You'll get that and a few other bits, but that's cool to actually, like I say, beat an avatar and get something like a mount. And it is fast. And he jumps pretty good too. So that's the one I use most of the time. Right, we go back here. So you got various ones again, that's different types. Like I said, there's certain ways of getting them. And you'll see them pop up from time to time. In fact, they make new ones all the time. You've got griffins. That one's actually, that's running with that event now. I'll show you that as well. This is this other sort of event thing when these come up. These come up every couple of weeks where you collect, use Argents, or each day you open one of these and you've got to wait hours, but you can fast forward it with Argents or Stims. So save up your Argents and up for these events. If you get up here, I think you get it here. Yeah. So you can get a mount from here as well, although to be honest it's a lot of effort, but it can be done to get up here. You know. But again, if if you've got loads of stims saved up, loads of Argents, and I mean I'm talking thousands of these and probably 100 or 2 of those, you'll get to it, but a little tricky getting to these ones. And if we go back to mounts again, so that's another way you can get them. That one I can't remember how I got that one. Again, there's that. That one I actually bought a costume pack, and that came kind of free with the costume pack. I didn't buy it for that, but got it anyway, so. There's some more there. There's a lot of those actually. Just different coloured ones. So many. This thing you stand on actually. And that came from one of those things we just looked at. You've got your flowers. And that one you saw how we could get that one from the Valentine event. And then you've got your Pegasus. Now you'll see these things here. They actually do things. Certain ones. This is a new thing that's come out as well. Certain things here they use rockets, missiles, and all the rest of it that you can use in certain places, but don't be fooled because you can't use it in a lot of places. You think, oh, it's got guns, it's got armor, great, I'll be able to blast everything. You can't. There's certain places you'll bring it out and you just won't be able to use it. It won't let you. So not as good as you may think. Now those, or one of those, you can get from getting trophies here. It's going to cost you 28,000 of these, and this is that one, but you do actually have one of the Pegasus. So just shoot past and I didn't notice there. And again, 28,000. It's a pretty cool thing, but like I say, if you think you're going to shoot and everything, it doesn't work that way. What it does is, when I showed you those, I think as far as I remember, because I don't actually own one, so I believe it uses these things up. Yeah, combat vehicle resources, so you'd have to spend Argents, and I think you might even have to spend faith when you use the weapons, so it's a very expensive way to use a mount, and like I say, you can only use it in certain places where, to be honest, probably don't need to use it. So entirely up to you if you want to go down the route of picking one of these up. I mean, everybody seemed to pick one of these up the day it came out, which is a bit beyond me now. Nobody seems to be using them much, so probably ran out of faith and might. But yeah, this one, everybody picked that up. So I think you got that one from beating an avatar as well at some point, but I can't quite remember. So yeah, you can, like I say, you can pick up mounts, and these things here just boost your speeds and all the rest, but to be honest, it's going to cost you 2,000 might each time to do that. That's why I've never done it. It's far too expensive. Speed increase, summoning time, 1,500 might, yeah, sure. Health increased by 10%, so again, they don't really come into play. I wouldn't bother wasting your time with those. So there you have it. That's a quick look at mounts.